Good morning. Today, I want to talk about a tragedy that gripped the world 2 years ago, the implosion of the Titan submersible. This wasn't just an accident. It was, as investigators and former employees now reveal, an entirely avoidable catastrophe born from a mix of ambition, recklessness, and a chilling disregard for safety. On June 18, 2023, the Titan, built by OceanGate,
people on board.
Approximately in 5 seconds, you will hear the bang.
Yeah. Should be about 500 meters.
Yeah.
vanished off the coast of Newfoundland during a perilous 12,500-foot dive to the Titanic wreck. The world watched horrified as a 4-day search unfolded. Then the devastating news broke. Shredded pieces of the 22-foot sub were found, confirming the Titan had imploded under the immense ocean pressure, instantly killing all 5 on board, including OceanGate co-founder and pilot Stockton Rush. As former bookkeeper Bonnie Carl tearfully recounts, this shouldn't have happened. The visionary and the warnings. The story begins with Stockton Rush himself. Born into wealth, an aerospace engineer, and a self-proclaimed visionary, Rush aimed to democratize the abyss with less expensive submersibles. He married a descendant of Titanic victims, a detail that now feels eerily significant. His chosen material for the Titan's hull, carbon fiber, was lighter and cheaper than traditional steel or titanium. But industry experts and even his own team were deeply skeptical. Small-scale prototypes had already imploded. One of those skeptical voices was David Lockridge, a former Royal Navy diver hired by OceanGate in 2016. From day one, Lockridge saw red flags. He was stunned when Rush initially dismissed the need for underwater communication equipment. More critically, he witnessed the Titan's titanium end caps being glued to the carbon fiber hull with what he called icing on a birthday cake. Lockridge's safety questions were always met with resistance. The most egregious omission? Rush refused to get the Titan classified or independently safety inspected, simply because, as Lockridge states, it would have cost a lot of money. A cult of personality and ignored warnings. The conflict between Rush and Lockridge escalated in January 2018. Lockridge presented an internal report detailing his safety concerns. Rush, who seemingly idolized tech billionaires, saw this as disloyalty. He reportedly told Lockridge, "I'm not going to force people to join my religion," and fired him. Bonnie Carl, the bookkeeper, was then asked to become the head pilot. He too left, understandably thinking, "Are you nuts? I'm an accountant." But Rush pressed on. Alarming signs from the Titan's onboard warning system, detecting carbon fibers popping, a clear indication of structural weakening, were, as U.S. Coast Guard investigator Jason Neubauer put it, completely ignored. This Neubauer calls a smoking gun. Instead of repairs, the Titan was left exposed in a parking lot for months, vulnerable to the elements, baffling experts given carbon fiber's sensitivity. The final descent and lingering questions. By 2021, OceanGate was charging 6-figure tickets for mission specialists, a clever workaround, according to the Coast Guard, to avoid passenger regulations. The company also notably failed to register the sub with any country, operating outside international oversight. On June 18, 2023, the Titan, having
Bolted
endured
in
baffling
shut,
neglect,
the submersible
embarked on its
heads
final journey
underwater.
with Rush,
You can see how
explorer
tight
Hamish
the quarters
Harding,
are.
the renowned
Gates
Titanic
says they
expert
were
PH.
in there for
Mergiolet, and businessman Shahzada Dawood and his teenage son, Sulman. Just 90
Opportunity
minutes into
to
their
restart
descent,
tourist
contact
visits
was
to
lost.
Titanic.
Seconds later, Rush's
Stockton
wife on the
fully
support
believed
ship
in what he
heard a
was doing and that it would work.
the sound of
He
the
wanted
explosion.
fame.
Weeks
Actually
later,
comes in
remote-operated
after they heard
vehicles
the
found
noise of
remnants,
what
compressed
could
sludge,
possibly have
a
been the
scrap
implosion
of
noise.
Rush's
It appears
jumpsuit,
that
and
she thinks
Titanic
something happened,
expedition
or
stickers.
she senses something.
Little else
this
remains.
footage,
Bonnie
part
Carl
of a
still
new
grapples
Discovery
with the aftermath.
docuseries that
I
traces
still
the
question
failed
it every day.
expedition.
How could he not see
that
this was
right?
dangerous? She asks.
Hearing
Her
that
conclusion
bang,
is stark.
Wendy
In my
Rush,
opinion,
the
he
wife
clearly
of
wanted
Stockton
fame.
Rush, the
Stockton
OceanGate
had his
CEO.
mind set. He was going to do this no matter what. The Titan tragedy serves as a grim reminder that ambition, unchecked by caution and critical feedback, can lead to devastating consequences.
Yeah.
It's a story of a visionary
Is that
who,
right?
by all accounts, believed the rules
Hearing
didn't
that
apply to
bang,
him, a
Wendy
belief that
Rush,
proved
the wife
tragically
of
fatal.
Stockton Rush,
Thank you.
the Ocean